Hi, and welcome to another edition of Strange But True here on Talking Envision, where we bring you some of the weirdest, funniest, and most wonderfully unusual stories from around the world. I'm Mike, and today we've got flying cheese, tractor convoys heading to school, and a man making money simply by standing in queues. And honestly, only one of those feels completely normal in Britain. We begin in Gloucestershire at the world-famous cheese rolling contest down Cooper's Hill. A race so dangerous, it genuinely looks like people are falling down a cliff on purpose. The annual event sees competitors hurl themselves down a steep hill, chasing an 8-pound wheel of double Gloucester cheese. And this year, one of the sport's greatest ever champions was finally defeated. Chris Anderson, a local legend who has won the event an astonishing 23 times, came out of retirement after being challenged by German YouTuber Tom Kopp. And after all the hype, Tom actually won. The 24-year-old from Munich beat the cheese rolling veteran to the finish line and proudly declared, "This year's cheese will taste the sweetest." Now, if you've never seen cheese rolling before, just imagine a mixture of rugby, sledging, and complete loss of balance. This year's hot weather made the hill firmer and even more dangerous, with competitors bouncing, tumbling, and cartwheeling their way to the bottom. And somehow people voluntarily sign up for this every year. Next, to Michigan in the United States, where graduating students at Airport High School decided to swap cars for tractors, golf carts, and all-terrain vehicles for a tradition known as Tractor Day. Yes, instead of pulling into school in hatchbacks and old family cars, dozens of teenagers rolled into the car park driving huge farming machinery. The tradition dates back to the 1980s and celebrates the area's agricultural roots. One student, Chase Harville, arrived driving a massive tractor normally used on his family farm to grow soybeans and corn. Apparently, his older brother drove the exact same tractor to Tractor Day a few years ago. Now, I don't know about you, but I imagine school traffic is very different when half the students are arriving at 25 miles an hour on farm equipment. Still, there's something oddly wholesome about it. And finally, perhaps the most British story imaginable. A man from Manchester has revealed that he earns up to £250 at a time working as a professional queuer. Yes, people literally pay for him to stand in line for them. 23-year-old AJ Hubbins queues for everything from concert tickets and shop openings to product launches and pop-up events. His first ever job involved standing outside a Sephora store in Liverpool for 13 hours overnight so somebody else could collect a free goodie bag. And despite the cold weather, lack of food, and sleeping in a fold-up chair, he actually enjoyed it. In fact, AJ says queuing can be surprisingly social, with people chatting, making friends, and even helping each other hold places in line while someone grabs food or visits the toilet. Now, if there's one thing Britain takes seriously, it's queuing etiquette. No pushing in, no skipping in line, and absolutely no pretending that you're just joining your mate. Apparently, demand for professional queuers has increased massively in recent years, which means that somewhere out there, people are building full-time careers out of waiting around. Honestly, it may be the most British profession ever invented. And that brings us to the end of today's Strange But True stories. From hurtling after giant cheeses to tractor convoys and professional queue standing, it's proof that the world never runs out of odd headlines. Thanks for listening, and we'll have more unusual stories for you next time here on Talking Envision. I'm Mike. Take care.